Hello. If you have questions, I'm gonna try to look at the screen, make sure I can answer the questions. I'm interacting today. Sometimes I like to do silent ones and just concentrate on the work. But today you're invited to discover more about my art while I'm working. So this project is like my brand new project, my brand new exhibit. It combines two of my art, how can I say? Like I write and I paint. So I wanted to have a project that would combine both writing and painting. So I'm gonna be interviewing 10 people on their lives. And I actually met 10 people already. And based on what they told me, I'm going to be writing 10 short stories. And the theme, the overarching theme of this is, you know, in life, sometimes you have to make decisions all the time, but sometimes there are decisions that can change the course of your life. Like, what are you going to study, or are you going to study at all? Or if you get pregnant and then you get to decide, like, do you want to actually keep the child because it wasn't planned? Like, some decisions are really life-changing. So I'm going to be writing stories about specific points where these people had life-changing decisions to make. And I wanted to have words in my paintings too, to connect with the stories. And I had this old dictionary that we were gonna throw away at work. So I thought it would be perfect to have little pieces like that to cover my canvas. And on top of it, I'll be making an acrylic paint pouring. I don't know if you've seen those, but they're just like very random, free-flowing colors. But I'm gonna give it movement to represent each story. So if a story is very sad, I want the movement to feel sad. And I also pick colors that will feel sad, for example. So I'll go with the main emotion of the story. And this is what is going to be the basis of my choices for the pouring. And covering the canvases, this is the fourth one I'm doing. And it takes about 10 hours to do that. Like just the little pieces. It's a lot of work, but I picked this specific technique because I enjoy doing that. I just feel it's so satisfying. First of all, tearing the paper is satisfying, but also gluing. And then you notice that I often turn because I want to pick the side that has the most interesting, like the most black. So here I see like there is this bold word in bold, and here there's more space. So I'll pick this side. So can you imagine? I pretty much looked at both sides of all these little pieces to make sure that I have the one with the busiest look. I don't want to have a lot of like blank space. I feel like when I have a piece that has a lot of space, it looks like nothing was glued on the board. It feels like cheating. So I prefer to have the more intense look. I guess I wouldn't have to cover the middle part because I'm gonna be doing something. Like I'm gonna cover it anyway, but I don't know why. It would just feel incomplete to me to know. It feels like cheating, like not covering the whole thing. And also sometimes when I do the pouring, I might have like a piece, like some paint might form like a hole, and I find that very interesting. And if turns out that the hole is where I didn't glue paper, like that would be very disappointing. I don't know if some of you guys are artists. Let me know. Like, what do you guys make? This exhibit will be probably in May. We have picked the date of May 20th. It will be in like a very big building here where we house a lot of older people, and these people are the ones that were interviewed for the stories, but most of them want to be anonymous because they shared like very personal stories. So it's going to be anonymous, but I'm sure they'll come and visit and see what I have done with their testimonial. It's all fictional stories, like it's not going to be their stories specifically, but it's going to be inspired by their stories. Because I don't want to be a reporter, I want to be a creative. So that's why. Like, I want to make up things. I wouldn't want to just have, like, record exactly what they told me. That wouldn't feel very creative to me. If you have questions, you can ask them. I haven't seen any question for now, so it's all good. If you just want to listen to me and talking and explaining my process, it's all good too. But if you have like specific questions, like for sure you can ask me. Also, when I pick the pages in the dictionary, let me show you the dictionary, it's right here. When I pick the pages, I like to, like, I wouldn't want to go in alphabetical order and just tear like all the A's at once. So I go and pick like the R page, and then like a page with the O's, like this one, the W's. I don't know why I do that. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I don't want to have like all the same alphabet at once. Maybe it doesn't make a difference. Maybe you wouldn't be able to set to actually see. Sometimes I see words that I don't like, but I still keep them. Even if you don't like the word, it's still a word that exists. And anyway, it's not like it's not a statement to have like a specific word on it. It's just random. So I made peace with that, having random words. The meaning is not in the word themselves, but it's more in the letting go of control. I'm a very controlling person, and this process is allowing me to just let go. Hi everyone, I'm glad to have you in my studio. If you have questions, you can ask them. This recording will be used for YouTube in the future, but I just enjoy going live on TikTok so much. Like, so many people join. So many of you are curious to see what I'm doing in my studio. So I'm happy to share. One more thing about the dictionary, which is, this just happened to be a bilingual dictionary, but it's perfect to me because I speak both English and French. And I also speak Spanish. I just want to put that out there. But my first language is French, and I live in Canada, so it makes sense to me to have learned English. I went to university in Montreal in English, and I also lived in the United States for a while as an exchange student. So much fun. Like, when you're 17, you're just so naive and you're just willing to try anything. Like, yeah, I can live without my family. And it was a great experience. Very, very, it's transformative just to see how other people live. I mean, Canada, US, not that different. It's not like going to, let's say, India. I would feel like going to India would be a very different experience. I've never been there, but like the whole culture is so far apart from what I know here. But still, like it was a very religious family, which I'm not at all. So I got to share their tradition. So it's still like so different from what I was living here. So it was good. Very good. Thanks to the new people that are joining right now. The live will go on for about half an hour, maybe more. Sometimes I do 15 minutes. Just depends, like when I get bored of gluing, I wouldn't do that for more than an hour. Just move it here. Yesterday I had a very, very fun meeting with fellow artists, and we talked about not our mission statement. I'm not really sure what the right word would be for artists, but some kind of mission statement, like what we want to say with our art. So it was a very fun discussion. Once again, if you have questions, you can ask them. I'm trying to keep a look on the screen, but it's not always like so easy to always be looking up. I need to concentrate a little bit on what I'm doing, but I'll try to catch them. Also, if you want to support an artist, like it's not, the only way to support is not buying something. Sometimes just liking, like if you want to show support, it helps me, for example, getting more visibility, getting my lives pushed to more viewers. So sometimes like a like, subscribe or follow, it can make a difference for an artist that you want to support. Just being here today is support. It's fun to see that other people are interested in what I'm doing. It's hard not to focus so much on external validation. I feel like it's part of human nature to always look for external validation. And as an artist also, like you often look to have people approve of your work, but then you can't base your art on that. So it's a growing opportunity not to get so hung up on that, and the number of likes or the number of paintings that you sell when you go to a symposium, or like my book stats. I have published 10 books. Most of them are available in English. So it's another way to support me if you're curious to read what I've written. I'm working on more books right now. I have so many ideas for books. So I like to produce books that are what we call more like a commercial book. Maybe it's not a great word to say. Feels like a negative word. But to me, it's not negative. It's just like more mainstream work that can appeal to a bigger crowd. So right now my books are more, I feel like they can appeal to a bigger crowd. They're not so niche, but maybe in the future I'm gonna niche down and produce like more, I don't know, weirder things, more literary kind of work. So right now I'm working on a young adult novel with a witch. So I really like the idea of witches because, as I said earlier, I love to be in control. So if you're a witch, you can pretty much decide like what happens. And it's the second book I write about witches. So it's a young adult, it's a 15-year-old, and since she turned 15, she discovers that her dad is from another dimension where magic exists. And she has to go to the academy there for the summer. But she's like, oh, I don't have any powers. Like, I would know if I had them. I don't see the point in going there. And like all her life, she wanted to know who her father was. And now that she knows, she's like, maybe that wasn't a good idea. Maybe I didn't need to know who he was, because he's kind of an ass. Sorry for swearing. And so she has to go to the magical academy. That's what I'm working on. But for this project is a more serious, like thinking about life changing decisions. So I'm looking at each side of the piece because I want to pick the side that has the most ink on it. Whoa, just stay there. So thanks for joining. Thanks for being in my studio today. For the past 2 weeks, I've been doing a lot of live. So if you want to follow my channel, I guess you get notified if I go live. I'm not really sure what happens, but there is a higher chance of you seeing that I'm live. I don't want to set like a specific time for my live for now, because what I'm looking in my art is more liberty. I don't want to commit to a schedule. That would make it not fun anymore. And I have to say that my life needs more fun. So I don't want to make it more, I don't want this to be like a job, like serious, like you have to be in the studio at 10 o'clock, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't want to commit. I have too many commitments already. Just committing to finishing this, taking action, doesn't have to be a structured time and schedule. So it's random. Sometimes I show up here. I'm hoping to show up not every weekday. I'll see. And obviously if I see that people are interested, then there's a chance that I'll stay. I'll come back more. So let me know. Just by staying longer, by following my my profile. I've also recently discovered that you can give gifts to people that do live streams. So if you want to send me a gift, go ahead. I also have a list on Amazon. It only works for Canada, but you can go see it if you're from somewhere else, if you want to see what's on it. But I'm an affiliate for Amazon, and I have, I think it's called a list. And I list the material that I'm using, or what do I have? Oh yeah, I have this really cool journal that I'm using right now. I've been journaling since I was like a very small kid, like maybe 9 years old. So I'm on journal 27. And I really like this brand, Peter Popper Press. So I have a ton. Like they have different covers. So I use them. So I did add the current journal that I'm using to the list if you are interested in journaling. And please, if you buy it, use it. Don't be one of those notebook collector. Like, it's too nice for me to use it. I know. I feel the same. To compensate, I use my best handwriting when I write in it, so I don't feel as guilty. using it. So yeah, going back to the list, like I added this. If you're interested in doing collage, I really like this brand. So you can find the link there, and it's not more expensive for you to buy. It's simply that Amazon rewards me with a couple of cents or dollars every time you go through my list. So that's another way to support me or other artists that you appreciate. If you buy through their affiliate links, it doesn't cost you a dime more, but it gives them money. If you want to ask questions, go ahead. If you have comments, go ahead. At the end, I want to, well, first of all, I want to finish covering all 10 canvases. After that, I need to write the short stories that will inspire the pouring on it. And when I do the pouring, it goes quick. Like I add everything in a cup, and then I pour the cup on top and just hope for the best. Because if I ruin one of those, it's about 10 hours of work. Like there's no room to mess up. There's no way. Like I don't want to mess up. That's a lot of pressure. And so maybe in a couple of weeks, I'll be doing the pouring. So stay tuned for that. I'll definitely want to do a live. And you'll see if everything goes wrong or well or... No, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I'll make it work. I have a lot of practice, so I'm better able to control... No, don't put it there. I'm better able to control what I'm doing now when I'm pouring. That it all goes back to not being in control. I need more freedom. I need to let go for my mental health. Because it's crazy thinking you can control your surroundings or control life. You can control your actions and your thoughts. Like I can show up every day here, do lives, but it doesn't mean that people are gonna appreciate them or participate or ask questions. I can't control that. But I can show up. That's what I can control. Are you guys controlling too? Or trying to control? I've learned that when you try to control everything, it's because you're scared. I guess it's true. You're scared of things that could go wrong, or you're scared of not being able to cope. So I have to remind myself, like, I can figure things out and I can do hard things. And I have people around me that can help me. I'm not alone. So when I get scared and want to control everything, let's just take a breather. Like nothing, like there's nothing you can't face. I'm saying that and I'm thinking about death. Death is scary, but oh well. Happens to everyone. I think I'm more scared of noticing that I'm about to die. Like if you just go like that in an instant and you don't even know that you're dying, I guess that would be like the best way to go. But like if you're driving and then you just like the car starts sliding and then you see the van is coming your way. That would be so scary. If you want to share, what kind of art do you like? Are you an artist yourself? What do you like about art, culture? What kind of culture do you enjoy most? Is it music? Is it reading? Is it visual arts, dance? I'm a big reader. I read like so many books thanks to libraries because I would be poor if I had to buy every single book. But I like everything is legal. Like authors get paid when you borrow their books through libraries. Because I'm an author, so I don't steal books. But I borrow them through libraries. So everybody wins. Or you could have like a subscription, a Kindle subscription. My books are through Kindle, and I like the way it works is every time a reader, your paper page read. So the reader needs to go and read the whole thing before you earn, like if they read 2 pages, you might get like 1 cent. So it's not that exciting, but still. Right now I don't make a lot of money through my art, so even a couple of cents, I'm excited. Yay! Someone believed in me. Someone was curious to read my work. I get so excited. The sides is like so time consuming because I want it to be perfect. It has to go all the way around. I can't wait to see everything hung up in the exhibit, on the exhibit wall. It's gonna be so awesome. I've been thinking over this project for maybe 2 years. And I started just this fall, like very specifically working on this. I started with the interviews for the people that I'm going to be writing about. And I created also a lot of mock-ups for, how do I say? Just to see if the concept was viable, like if I actually enjoyed the result. I think I have some pictures on my profile. Yeah, I think I do. I'll see. See that little, so annoying. And this, it takes forever to make. It's a fun process. It's like meditative. I can't say that word. It's like a meditation. So where are you guys from? Where are you watching from? I'm from Canada. Are you supposed to be working right now? I know I did watch some TikToks sometimes during work. Ontario, hey, hi. See how I turn? Like why I do this? Because I want to use the side that has the most ink on it. And here, like this little tiny line, I don't like it. So I don't want to have this side. Salut! If you want to ask questions about my process, you can go ahead. I have this hole here. Choop. The exhibit is planned in May in my hometown, and afterwards I do want to apply to smaller museums here around here. When you are starting out as an artist, you need to build your resume. So the way it works is that you have kind of to work your way up to bigger museum and bigger installation all the time. Because if you want to start right away with a big museum, you're gonna get burned by the competition. Like, it's not where you start. Where you can start is doing library exhibits in some businesses like restaurants or cafes. That's how you start building experience, because you learn what it is like to place the artwork on the walls, and you get feedback. So you get to collect all the feedback, and it's also a learning experience. And then you have that on your resume. So bigger places medium places will then give you a chance, and then you get to move up the ladder. And also you can apply to group exhibits. It's a lot easier to join a group. Like here, what we have is an association, and when you are a member, you get to apply 4 times a year. There's a group exhibit, and so you're a member of that association, and they have the exhibit no matter what. So you get to ask for a spot. So you apply, and there's a jury, and sometimes they say yes. Most of the time they'll say yes, because right now they don't. I mean, if they have 20 spots, that means that they need to say yes to 20 people, and maybe 30 people apply. So the competition is smaller. Hi, thanks for joining. And so you can build your resume like that. If you have associations in your city, you can join. What was very helpful to me too is because I haven't studied in arts, I felt like one piece that was missing is knowing the industry, if I can say, and knowing around here, who are the players, who are the people, who are the locations, where are the locations where I can submit work. And so I decided to volunteer for 2 years. I was on the, what's it called in English? The board. So I was on the board of the association, which allowed me to see how first of all, to know other people that were in the association and gain visibility through that association, learn a lot more about what's going on in here, close to me. And I feel like visibility creates opportunity. That's my new mantra for this year, I think. So it's like if you want people to call on you when they organize something, like for example, I know someone who is a very, like, she has so much energy, and she just decided to do an exhibit here. So every year, and she just does that for free. Like, she just volunteers. She created like an something outside. So we each get like a tent, and we sell our books there. It's like a book fair, a regional book fair. And just because she knew me, the first year she didn't know me, but she saw me on Facebook. So she called on me and she's like, are you interested in coming to the book fair? I'm like, yeah, for sure. So I went to the book fair. The first year we got a table for free. So she did all that work. She's an author too, so obviously she had her own table, and that's the whole point. But we were around 30 authors outside in the sun, just meeting readers or just meeting people that wanted to see what it's like to be an author, ask us questions and interact. It was very fun. And she knew me because I was on Facebook. So visibility creates opportunities. And now that she knows me, she has been doing the fair for, I think it was the 4th year this year. So I've been doing it for 4 years. And she's thinking of doing a book reading. So she'll organize everything. And she knows, I try not to be a pain in the butt. I try to be very friendly, very helpful. Like if she needs help, I'm here. And so she thinks of me again. She invited me to take part in the reading. That's going to be fun. I'm sorry if I didn't see your questions. Right now I don't see any questions, but you can go ahead and ask them. Thanks for joining me in the studio. I've been here much longer than I expected, just because you guys are here. I like working by myself, so it's kind of it's weird that I like to have you guys here. I think I'm full of contradictions. I was with other artists yesterday. We are an organized group where we share like our challenges and try to brainstorm on new things and stuff like that. And blind spots, like when you get to speak to other people, they can notice your blind spots. And it was so much fun. And people told me, you are full of contradictions. I feel like I'm a very conformist. Like if you look at my apparel, at my house, I look like bland. Like I'm a beige person, a beige mom. But also, I want to be provocative in my art. I want, not provocative in a way where it's vulgar, but provocative in a way where people just think differently. That's my goal. I'd like to bring people to think differently, to open their minds, something different. If you want to follow my journey, you can follow my profile. I'll be doing more lives in the coming days. I still have 6 more of those canvases to cover. Sometimes I do videos where I tear the little paper. It's more like an SMR video where you hear all the crunching of the paper. So if you're into that, you can join at that time. I feel like I have more people joining when I'm talking, so maybe I won't be doing more SMR. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not committing, keeping my freedom. I've been obsessed with being more free, and I think I'm getting there. So I'm not committing to doing like specific times for my life. It's just gonna happen when it happens. So I think that's it for today. See how big it is? Oh my, I can't even. So it's the fourth one. I still have 6 to go after that. Thanks for joining me today. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.